Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. First of all, I'd like to say a massive thank you for all the love and support you've given me after having my feature on the Animise YouTube channel. I really do appreciate all the messages I've had and all the new subscribers off the back of that video. So I hope you're going to enjoy the content and join me for the journey. So what's today's video going to be? Today's video is going to be a full wrap on Andy Higgins's Audi TT in Avery Dennison Fun Purple, and it's right outside that shutter now, ready for you guys to see. I've done a few time-lapse videos on it, so obviously all the panels I've done, you'll be able to see it, but I haven't done much talking, to be fair, because I've been so busy and just wanted to get this car done. So yeah, let's take a look outside now and go see the car. Hold up, we need to watch the wrap first. So let's start this car wrap with the wings first. Obviously we give the wings a good clean, and then after we've cleaned it we go over with a heat gun to make sure there's no wet edges. We place the film onto the wings with Avery Dennison up, and then we try to glass the wing all in one before we squeegee. So once both wings were done, I then moved on to the sills. I've removed half the backing paper and tacked my side into position, and then proceeded to lay the vinyl onto the flat part of the sill, moving forward. And then once the front section was done, I then moved to the back and worked into the recessed area. And then once the top of the sill was laid, I then proceeded to heat the vinyl from the body line and stretch it underneath the sill. So now we move on to the rear quarter, but to make sure the overlaps are the right way, I have to wrap the boot return first. So here I am sitting in Andy's boot. So guys, it's now time to lay the rear quarter. As you can see, the rear window, the rear bumper and where the light would be, and also the petrol cap, it's all taped up. This is to minimise any contamination underneath the wrap. We then proceed to cut any excess off the rear quarter that we deem not needed. So to start laying this rear quarter, I remove a little bit of the backing paper on the front section, and then I tack the vinyl to the wing. I then proceed to roll the backing paper. This is again to minimise contamination and also make it easier to handle. As I roll back the backing paper to release the vinyl, I then proceed to lay the flat section of the rear quarter, working it to the recessed area. I then proceed to the lower part of the rear quarter, but I have to heat the vinyl from the body line and pull it down in one swift motion. I then have to fire in the recessed area of the rear arch, and then chase my air out to where the door would be. I then proceed to finish laying the pillar area. As I lay the vinyl into the rear quarter shuts, I get Andy to hold off the vinyl to create a bag so I can feed the vinyl into the recesses as best as I can. I then moved on to the hinges. This is not something that you see every day, and to be fair, not many wrap shops will do this for you, but it's something I like to do to go the extra mile for my customers. Now we're on the door returns. Once we get these wrapped, we can then put the doors back onto the vehicle. Now to wrap the faces of the doors, I tack the doors in position with some masking tape. I then hinge the door from the middle and tack it to the body line, and then squeegee my way up to the top. I then pull the backing paper down, heat it from the body line, retension the film, and then squeegee down. Once I've done that, I then tackle the recessed area of the handle. So we're onto the front bumper now. I'm awful sorry for the camera angles, my bad. I honestly didn't realise where I was recording. However, how I wrapped this bumper was I used knifeless tape and did one inlay, and then just used one piece for the face after that. So now we're moving on to the boot lid. I start off by laying some pre-mass to the rear quarters to save the vinyl from tacking to it. I then lay some knifeless tape around the window so I can get a decent tuck behind the window. And then also I remove the excess from the window
so I can keep that vinyl for mirrors and handles, etc. You never know when you'll need some spare. So I went the extra mile with this car and I actually wrapped underneath the spoiler. I quite enjoyed doing it, to be fair, feeding all the vinyl into them recesses. So guys, it's the last piece of the puzzle now, the rear bumper. So how do we do this? Basically, I get Andy to hold it in the middle to create a hinge. I then remove half the backing paper, pull it round and tack my side, and then proceed to do the same on the other side. Once we've done that, I then pick one side back, get Andy to hold that end, while I heat the vinyl and then pull it up and down to tension it and then pull it round onto the bumper. So once the vinyl's been pulled round onto the bumper and give off the glass effect, as we say, we then have to fire it into the three recessed areas and then proceed to squeegee the vinyl down onto the bumper.
Trying to get the shots here, Levi. Masterpiece, mate. It's a masterpiece.
guys, this is Andy's Audi TT, which I've wrapped in Avery Dennison Fun Purple. And I tell you now, you'll never know this car was Nardo Grey. We have wrapped absolutely everything. We'll do a quick little walk around and show you what we wrapped. So we'll start off underneath the bonnet. So we actually wrapped the structure of the car, so when you look in the engine bay, it's all purple. The only thing we haven't wrapped on this car is underneath the bonnet. So we'll move on to the side. So we've done full shuts and returns on this car. And then also we've gone the extra mile and we've actually wrapped the hinges, if you want to take a little look at them. So then moving on to the back, we've also done the boot returns, which not many companies do, I'll be honest. So when you lift off this boot, everything inside is wrapped. And as Andy's just shown you, even the hinges. Now I tell you now, you try find another company that'll wrap them for you. This is a one-off, this. Oh, and also, if you can see it in the light, underneath the spoiler's all been wrapped. We finished it off on Higgins' YouTube here, so go give him a subscribe.
Subscribe.
Woo-woo! So guys, that's the end of the video on the Audi TT. Drop a comment below and let us know what you think about the wrap. Peace.
Is that your video done?
Yeah.
Yeah. 10-10.